Hey everyone, I am so excited to bring you this series of fun PAW Patrol inspired school lunches for your kiddos. The Children's Museum of Indianapolis is the biggest, best children's museum in the whole world, and I'm so excited that they're bringing us a brand new exhibit called PAW Patrol Adventure Play. That opens later this week, so my kids and I have been coming up with some amazing PAW Patrol inspired themed school lunches to kind of build the anticipation and make it a little bit less difficult to wait for opening day. So today I want to teach you how to make pups in a blanket or pup wrap-ups, whatever you want to call them. So what we've got today are these crescent rolls from Pillsbury. Store brand is fine. Anything that you want to use to make these is fantastic, but that's what I'm using. I'm also using these Eckrich Little Smokies. They were on sale when I did my Kroger click list the other day. They're fully cooked, so that's good. If you've ever watched me try to open one of these, it's not my favorite thing to do. And if you've never watched me try to open one of these, you're in for a treat because it's not, the anticipation of this is just too much sometimes. Oh my goodness. And then you're supposed to use a spoon, but that's just one more thing for me to drop and mess up. Woo, there we go. So I'm actually using something a little different. You can use the crescent rolls, which are super simple. They come in little rectangles, which are divided into triangles. Then you cut those triangles in half to roll them. But I'm gonna try something new. I'm using the crescent dough sheet. I just thought that might be a little bit easier, but could be wrong. So we're gonna take that apart and we'll just throw this away right here. And we're gonna unroll it on our cutting board. You can do this right on your cookie sheet if you want, but we're just gonna do it here for today. My cookie sheet is ungreased, and that's what the recipe calls for. You can find this recipe on the Pillsbury website, or just Google pigs in a blanket and you'll find it. So we're just gonna cut little pieces of dough here. I don't know what kind of knife you would usually use to cut this, but here's what we've got. And we're just making little rectangles here. The triangles are nice because you get that little spiral effect, but I wanted to use a little less dough so that my kids get more protein in there. All right, and then you just wrap them. In fact, we might be able to make it even less. And you want the pointy side down on your cookie sheet. And see here, I went and made a triangle anyway. So there's that. You just want to kind of give them the idea of these little puppy dogs wrapped in here. I would love to know in the comments below if you have a kiddo who's as obsessed with PAW Patrol as mine are. This is just a very fun show to watch in our house, and I love how the show and the upcoming exhibit all just incorporate heroes from our life, and show that we're all important and that there's no challenge that's too big. We can all work together and make everything happen because everything is possible. And with that theme, I'm totally fine with my kids watching PAW Patrol, all day long. Okay, so our pup roll-ups or our pups in a blanket are all finished. So we're gonna put them into these little containers. I love these. They're 3 separate dividers, and the lid goes down tight enough that I haven't really experienced anything leaking over from one side to the other. So I love these. I'll put a link to these in the comments below in the video information, and you can grab some if you want. It will be an affiliate link for Amazon. I have this grass that I picked up at Daiso, which is the Japanese dollar store. They have them in a couple different places, but we went to one in Orange County, California when we went to visit my family last time. That's my hometown. So I'm going to put 3 little pieces of grass in there just to give it a little bit of nice decor. And we're going to put our little pups in here. I don't really know, maybe like 3 should be enough. So we'll do that for each of my kids that go to school, and then the little ones will just eat them on their divided tray here at home instead of me having to pack them up and do all that. All right, so pups in a blanket, or our little pup roll-ups, whatever you choose to call them. They're so cute. Okay, next up, I made some more PupCorn. This is just popcorn that I popped in our popcorn popper. You can also use microwave popcorn and just, put it into your container. Put a little bit of butter. That's a lot of butter, but that's okay. And we're gonna do some white cheddar. First we'll mix this up a little bit. And I wanted to make it different from another day that we did PupCorn in this series. So white cheddar PupCorn. And we will put that into our bigger divider here. My kids really like popcorn. It's been a very inexpensive, quick snack, and it's really fun because you can watch it come out of the popper. The little babies love it here. So, all right, there's our PupCorn, and I'm always trying to find ways to get my kids to eat their vegetables. Fruit, we don't really have a problem, but veggies are always difficult. So ranch has been a big helper. We're gonna stick these ranch dressings in with our little pups in a blanket. This is just like a little container that came with some of our takeout food once. I think it used to hold like soy sauce or something. And I saved them, washed them, and we just used those. We have given today's vegetable a special name in hopes that it gets the kids to eat it a little bit better. This is Rocky Broccoli. My 8-year-old came up with that name, and so I think it's really cute. We're gonna put little eyeballs on it and pop a few pieces in here, and hopefully they will eat it. So Rocky Broccoli and ranch right in there. I think everything tastes better in ranch. I've never really had a big problem eating broccoli, whether it's cooked or raw. I do love, love, love raw broccoli with ranch though. All right, so we've got our Rocky Broccoli in there. We have our ranch, we have our pups in a blanket, and our PupCorn. So let's add these little puppy dog pics in here because I don't want to have to send a fork. I think this is super cute. And then, you know what, I'm gonna have to put pink in both of them, otherwise they'll fight over who gets which one. Do your kids do that? Mine do. So there we have our beautiful, beautiful, yummy stuff. And then today we're gonna add these little 12-pack Keebler graham cracker snacks that are PAW Patrol themed. I picked these up at our grocery store and they're so fun. Let's make sure. Okay, so here's the other problem. All my kids love Sky. All 4 of them love Sky. If Sky is on something, they all want it. So I have to make sure that everybody gets the same. But it looks like these ones have each of the characters on them. How adorable is that? So now I gotta find another Sky. Here's another Sky. So everybody's gonna get Sky for lunch today. And then on another day, everybody can get Rubble and Rocky, and there we go. So those are fun. And then we will top it off with these watermelon Capri Suns that I found on Amazon. So that is our meal for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope this inspires you to come up with some fun and creative lunches for your kiddos around any theme that you like. We're on to PAW Patrol this week just because the Children's Museum is opening up the PAW Patrol Adventure Play exhibit. We cannot wait. So if you have any ideas for future PAW Patrol themed meals, let me know, because I kind of feel like I have about 3 more good ideas in me, and I'm not sure that I'm going to get them all made, but if I had about 5 or 6 more, I can make some more videos here. But PAW Patrol is our thing right now. That's what we're doing, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you're watching on Facebook, Make sure you turn on your notifications for Indie with Kids so that you can see new content when it comes out. Have a great day and thanks so much for watching. Hey everyone, it's Katie and I'm here today to show you how to make some PAW Patrol lunches for your kids to take to school. Our local children's museum, the largest children's museum in the world, is opening up a brand new PAW Patrol exhibit, and we're counting down the days by making special lunches every day leading up to the exhibit. Living in Indianapolis, we are just a few minutes away from the world's largest children's museum, the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. And our museum has put together an amazing PAW Patrol exhibit. Well, at least we think it's going to be amazing. And my kids cannot wait. Even my older ones, 6 years old and 8 years old, can't wait to check out the PAW Patrol exhibit. But we all know that my 4-year-old and my 2-year-old are like on pins and needles. So if you're looking for a perfect PAW Patrol lunch to pack your kids for school, I've got some ideas for you. We're counting down by making one PAW Patrol lunch every day until the exhibit opens. Today, we're packing sort of like their own little lunchables where they can build their own meal. I've put some vegetables into these trays from Rubbermaid that I purchased at Target, and I've kind of picked the vegetables based on the ones that I know each child will eat. We're making school lunches for my 6 and 8-year-old, and then my younger ones will eat here at home. So we started with vegetables, which we're calling Farmer Yumi's veggies, all right? Farmer Yumi is a character on PAW Patrol. I made these little labels for the kids by looking on the PAW Patrol website to grab these. I cannot give you a link because they are officially licensed, so just make things for yourself, or you can look and see if you find anything in the party store. The next thing I've done is I've taken our cookie cutters and I've cut out bone shapes, all right? Just like circles found in the Lunchables, but I've made bone shapes. Then I took the other larger cookie cutter and cut out cheese, and this is the deli cheese that I found, which is great. The pepperoni also comes from our deli. I find that the slices are much bigger and easier to work with. And we're also gonna try to cut up some turkey because I have one kiddo just loves turkey. I purchased this at the deli, but you can purchase it pre-sliced as well. Just make sure that it's thick enough to kind of hold the shape and not fall apart. I prefer the shredded, but it won't really work with this recipe. I found that the cheese and the turkey have been very easy to cut using a basic plastic cookie cutter, but the pepperoni was quite a bit harder, even using the sharp metal cookie cutter. I was not able to make this larger cookie cutter fit on the pepperoni, even though they are pretty large slices, and that would have been ideal. So we went with the smaller, tinier little bones. All right, we have our little turkey slices ready, and we're gonna put those into our little Lunchable trays here. And then I put 3 slices of cheese. I'm debating, I think I might want to keep them separated from the turkey. I don't want the cheese to get very soggy. And then we'll put 6 little slices of pepperoni in here. I'm using the Club brand crackers because I think that they fit really well with the size of the cheese cutouts that I have made for the kids. So I'll put those in here, and you can find a better way to organize them, and it'll look great. But since we have these containers, this is going to be the best way. Another option would be to put the crackers into little like cupcake dividers so that they stay away from the meats and don't get soggy. That's entirely up to you and what you have in your kitchen. I'm using these cute little ones that are paper with a little tiny bit of a plastic coating, and I picked them up at Daiso, which is the Japanese dollar store that's in California the last time I was there. All right, then we have our Farmer Yumi's veggies. We'll put in a little tiny bit of ranch here, and a special little treat. I found these PAW Patrol fruit snacks at Kroger. There's 22 pouches, they're gluten-free, and my kids love fruit snacks. I mean, who doesn't? And they have the Pups on them. So we're going to put those in here. right on top of our little veggies. And we'll close these up. They're labeled. The kids are gonna love their themed lunches today. Oops. So that's all for our pepperoni and cheese crackers and Farmer Yumi's veggies. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know if you want to see more of these types of videos. I'd also like to know if your kids are PAW Patrol fans. And if you're watching on Facebook, don't forget to turn on your notifications so that you know when we post our next PAW Patrol video. Have a great day.